Hey everybody, Playtendoguy here, and I'm back with another video. It's Monday morning, so you know what that means. It's new release day. And honestly, I don't think there's much big out this week. I think it's mostly just smaller titles. But nevertheless, it's Monday morning, so you know what that means. It's time to hit the road and do a bit of Blu-ray and DVD shopping. So without further ado, let's hit the road and see what we can find. So we're finally arrived at King's Lynn after loads and loads of queues and waiting. Next stop and a quick look in Poundland, and to the surprise of no one, there's bugger all here. It's the same old stuff. It's Cafe Nero with a lovely latte. Next stop is Tesco, and here's a look at the Blu-ray selection, and overall it's pretty stacked. We have The Shining here, an absolute classic horror film, as well as Monster Hunter, Conjuring 3, and we also have Bram's the Boy Part 2 for only £5, which is really cheap. As I said, here's Monster Hunter, £15. I'm probably going to wait for a sale, though I didn't mind the film. We've also got Black Widow here on Blu-ray for £15. Again, really need to pick this one up sometime soon. Overall, really decent selection of Blu-rays here at Tesco. We've still got copies of Nobody with a slip as well. Onto the DVDs now, and again, pretty decent selection here. Got all your Disney, all the main releases, as well as a few posters for up and coming releases. We have got a copy of Monster Hunter here on DVD, again for £10, but yeah, I'm going to wait until it goes on sale. And we've also got The Father here with Anthony Hopkins. Continuing on, we have more cheap DVDs here, as well as a few box sets. I found the Line of Duty 1-6 box set here for £40, but if you go in Argos, it's only £15. There's also Peaky Blinders there, which you can also get for £20, I think, on Blu-ray in Argos. Crazy Samurai is currently reduced to £5. Really tempted to get that, but I'm hoping it drops down a little bit more. A few other cheapo DVDs, as well as The Lighthouse, and there's a Beatles one there. We also have the Friends box set here, which is £30 on DVD. They've got two different versions of it, but they're both DVDs. Though you can actually get the Blu-ray set for £30 from Argos. Quick look at some of the Marvel films as they're on offer, and the rest of the selection of DVDs. We have all the Batmans, all the Harry Potters, as well as a couple of advertisement posters for the Suicide Squad, and a few more cheap ones there that I like to for £8. Onto the video game section and straight onto the Switch, and again, nothing really new here, no new releases like WarioWare, and no offers. Onto the Xbox stuff again, and Again, nothing much here, no really decent offers here, like last year's FIFA is on offer, but the new one's out this week I think. PlayStation shelves are also pretty bare and barren, most of the stuff is sold out, but we do have the new release of Deathloop for £55. Right, we're going straight into Sainsbury's now, and shockingly they've still got their media with the new release of Monster Hunter. Yes, surprisingly they've got it on Blu-ray but not on 4K. We've also got Black Widow on 4K as well. Same old usual generic titles you find in Sainsbury's. Again, no real discounts here though, the Marvel and Star Wars stuff are on offer, like 2 for £12 I think. We've got a few box sets such as Lethal Weapon, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dirty Harry and The Matrix, which is pretty cool. And we've also got these like more older titles here, but again, no discounts. Found a copy of Escape from New York here, not too bad for £10. And also a copy of Poltergeist, which I've never seen before. Quite tempted to buy that for £8, but again, if they dropped them a bit in price, I'd certainly go for them. Here's a look at some of the Disney, really nice looking selection there, all DVDs I think, but the slipcovers are great. Here's a look at the rest of the charts, and overall, really good selection. No Black Widow, that seems to be a big seller, which is good. Got Nobody, Monster Hunter, Cruella, and notice they got this one here, a Shudder exclusive of The Banishing for £7, which is pretty good. Again, more of your standard usual new releases. There's a Scooby-Doo one there, as well as some more Marvel and Star Wars. We also have some box sets here, such as Carry On, the Line of Duty set, but that's only 1 to 5, not 1 to 6. There's also the James Bond stuff. Here's a look at some of the cheaper titles. We have Dirty Dancing here, Drive, Dunkirk, Spectre, as well as the pretty awful War of the Worlds. But we also have James Millership's one of his favourite films, Quadrophenia there, with a nice slip. And also here's some more classic films here, a mix of Dirty Harry, Wizard of Oz, Cool Hand Luke, not too bad a big price. Some more cheap films here as well as the TV chart, not too bad, usual mix of the same old stuff, no real big discounts here. Got some Doctor Who stuff here for £5, but it's about the same price in H&B. Also got some Harry Potter stuff with slips and some little bit older titles such as Knives Out and the second Jumanji film. Some more stuff here and some like world cinema stuff, but again, nothing really here that takes my fancy. They have got 2 copies of Rocket Man, one comes with a book I think. After all that, it's time for another latte, again brought to you by Cafe Nero. Absolutely lovely. Anyway, that's enough Blu-ray hunting for today. Let's bugger off home and see what I picked up. And we're finally back, and it's been a bit of a mixed day. Didn't really do much out and about in today, mainly because the weather's real crap. It literally just started to chuck it down, so I didn't want to go out and get wet, I say. And also because around here where I live, there's a big fuel shortage because everybody wants to buy fuel, and you're stuck in like queues just to get into the supermarket or even in town. So, and as there isn't really much out today, I decided just to go a bit small key, but hopefully next week we can do a bit of a bigger one. That's what she said. But yeah, so overall it's been a bit of a mixed day. Yeah, this queues for petrol is unbelievable. There's people waiting in the car park of the supermarket until the next fuel delivery comes in, which is utterly unbelievable, but hey, this is the world we live in, so it's certainly very odd. but nevertheless, we did go out, we did get some pickups over the week, so without further ado, let's dive into them. And overall, it's a pretty ho-hum mix. I didn't bother to pick up Monster Hunter because I heard the reviews were pretty rubbish, but I did get a chance to watch it, and honestly, I didn't mind it. It was okay, but nevertheless, let's get into the pickups, and all this stuff, a couple is from One Below. So first up is a film with Justin Timberlake, the Gemma Arterton, and Ben Affleck, and it's something called Runner Runner. This seems to be a common thing in my local One Below, so I decided to pick it up because the casting seemed quite good. I've heard the film is really bad, so probably I am regretting buying it, but hey, it's only £1, and if it's rubbish, I get a spare case out of it. But yeah, it's something to do with like a casino, to do with gambling, and I think, yeah, Anthony Mackie's in it, so he's always a really good actor. So yeah, it's not very long, 87 minutes, so I'll look forward to giving this a go. I probably might not even watch it, but I think there's actually a digital code in here, so I might give that away. I'm not the biggest James Corden fan, well, not at all. The only thing I can tolerate him in is in the Peter Rabbit films and the 2 Doctor Who episodes that he's in. So why did I pick up a TV show with him in, you probably ask? Mainly because it's not a bad TV show. It's quite an old show now. This was before he actually got big in America. And this is with the guy from Horrible Histories. I can't remember his last name, even though it's on the front of the package, but it's covered up with a sticker. And that is The Wrong Mans. I think there was 2 series of it, but I can remember watching this, well, part of this first series, and actually didn't mind in it. This came out all the way back in 2013, so it's about 8 years old. So yeah, for £1, I thought I was really quite impressive. There's also like a digital code in there, but I should think that's already passed. But yeah, I can remember it being quite funny, so I'm looking forward to actually rewatching this. I'm pretty certain there's a season 2, but I'm not entirely certain. Next up is a title that's been doing the rounds in my local One Below. Well, actually, it's been sitting on the shelf there for like 2 or 3 months. And I decided to pick it up and actually have a look at it. And that is Cuban Fury. This actually has Nick Frost in it, so it should be a pretty good time. It's also got somebody called Rashida Jones in it, Chris O'Dowd, and Olivia Colman. So a really good casting. But the real casting that won me over was Heaven Lovejoy himself. Yes, Ian McShane in this. It looks like a fun little like dancing film. I should think it's a good laugh. So yeah, and it also comes with a sub, so that's not too bad. Good cast. Hopefully should be all right, and that's Cuban Fury. And the final One Below pickup is a Nicolas Cage film. I did get the chance to watch Willy's Wonderland last week, and it's a pretty awful film, but yeah, it's really entertaining. So I thought, you know what, let's pick up another Nicolas Cage film and see what it's like. This one called Tokarev. Yeah, I've never really heard of it before, but it had Nicolas Cage on the front cover, so yeah. It's only £1. I think it came out like in 2014. From what I gather, it's essentially very much like a Taken sort of film. Somebody nicks his daughter, kidnaps his daughter, so he sets out to rescue her with a band of other like-minded individuals. So expect loads of violence and hopefully a pretty decent time. It's not too long, only 94 minutes, so it should be alright. I'm looking forward to giving this one a go. And the final couple of pickups are both from Sainsbury's. Surprisingly, the big Sainsbury's still haven't got rid of their media section, yet the small one in the town centre has, which is odd. But I did speak to somebody who works in Sainsbury's, and they've told me now they're planning on keeping the media till the end of the year because sales were quite impressive. So yeah, it's kind of odd. Well, obviously the sales are going to be quite impressive now because the newly released films such as Black Widow and Nobody are now coming out, and we've had not many big releases this year. That's why sales have been a little bit down. But hey, nevertheless, the media has been stayed till the end of the year, so hopefully with more big releases coming out, they might decide to keep the media section. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. But nevertheless, these are two pickups that I did get from Sainsbury's, and they're both DVDs, and these are on the iconic moments slipcovers. First up is the classic Casablanca. I nearly said Casablanca. Casablanca, yes, with Ingrid Bergman and Humphrey Bogart. Never seen it before. Really wanted to. I know this is on the HMV Premium range, and I was really tempted to pick it up when the HMV Premiums go on offer, but this was £3, but it actually scanned through as £2, and it's part of these nice slipcover ranges, which I've seen to have amassed quite a big collection of. I think I have about 10 of them now, and I think they look really nicely designed together. I might actually have to do a collection video of all these because there's quite a few now in the collection. So yeah, it's basically just the film on the disc with no special features, but hey, it's not too bad. 98 minutes. I honestly thought it was a longer film. I thought it was like over 2 hours. But yeah, I don't really know much about it, but I'm looking forward to watching it nevertheless. And the final one is another one on the iconic moments slip range, and this is a film that stars Jeff Bridges and John Goodman. I've heard a lot of people always recommend this film, and that is The Big Lebowski. Yeah, don't really know much about it. All I know is that it has a really impressive cast and something to do with bowling. I think it's a Coen's brothers sort of film from like Fargo, so you should know what to expect here. It's got, as I said, Jeff Bridges, John Goodman, Julianne Moore, Steve Buscemi, Philip Seymour Hoffman in, so it's a really good cast. Looks like it's going to be quite a fun, sort of over-the-top film, just under 2 hours, so yeah, looking forward to giving this one a go. And that is all the pickups for the past week. Overall, not a lot, but not a bad little selection. Yeah, sorry about the Blu-ray hunt being a bit shorter this week, but due to like the weather and what's going on with the fuel shortage, or people making a fuel shortage, I decided to cut it short this week, mainly because again there wasn't many new releases. But nevertheless, next week hopefully we'll go a bit bigger, I say. And before I forget, don't forget tomorrow night is another live stream. Yes, tomorrow night I'll be joined by Andy from Forgotten World of Movies, as well as Ryan from Let's Get Kicking Movies, with our special guest JT at the Movies, where it will be a sort of James Bond sort of night, where we'll be talking about the James Bond films, what we're most looking forward to about No Time to Die, as well as having a James Bond themed quiz. Everybody's welcome, should be a great night. If you haven't got any questions about 007 or the James Bond franchise, it doesn't matter, we can talk about anything but the quiz, and it'll be about James Bond. So join us tomorrow night at 7:30, where we should have a really, really fun night. I look forward to seeing you all there. Thank you ever so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you could like and subscribe, that would be totally awesome. And as always, till next time, bye!